I need to fix it. Wait for it. There we go. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to our 5th episode of Around the Campfire. I'm joined with Chris and Vlad, and Claudia is in the call. I'm not quite sure. I think our Wi-Fi might be broken, but she may join. Oh, there we go. I heard her.
It's the noise.
I heard her. She is.
I've been having.
Oh, we hear glitchy sounds.
Hopefully it will be fine.
There you go. She's here. Okay. So yeah. So
already
today
episode 5, George.
What's that? Sorry.
Already episode 5.
Yeah, already episode 5. Yeah, it's gone pretty quick. I think, especially as we've done the gaming live streams as well. That's made it go really quick. We've done quite a few streams now. So I think we were going to start off today's podcast by kind of continuing on what we were talking about last time, when me and you were talking about how we got into the games industry and how we'd ended up doing creating Campfire games and doing the degrees that we chose at uni. So I think Vlad, how did you end up doing a games technology course and ultimately starting Campfire games with us?
So I ended up doing a games technology course because I always thought it would be cool to make video games. And then I found out there's a degree for it.
So you can do it professionally.
Yeah. Set a dream job.
And how I got to Coventry was basically an impulse decision. Yeah.
How do you impulse decision to go to the UK?
So I was at this university fair, and I had this university in mind that I also had a games degree. It was in Enschede in the Netherlands. But then they were like, yeah, that games degree is not really a games degree. And I was sad. And then next to their booth, there was the Coventry booth. So,
Everyone was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
When you said the first time you messed with programming and making games, Vlad?
I couldn't really hear you there.
When was the first time that you would say you did programming / making games? When did that start? When, was it university or did you do it earlier? When was the first time?
The first time I installed Unity and started playing with it was about summer 2015.
Why?
So because I wanted to make games, and I couldn't do it in just normal C++. So I started looking around and I found Unity. And the first game I made was like a ball going around through a maze.
I think everyone's made one of those games.
Yeah.
I made one of those.
Yeah.
Epic.
All right.
So is Claudia alive for us to ask her? I guess we'll just move on. If Claudia comes back, we'll...
if she comes back, we'll ask her. But, I think, what next we're going to talk about is we've made some pretty big progress to our game. Including we've got lots of stuff to show off. And I think the big thing, the big thing that Vlad's been working on is the battle system in our game, and he has some stuff to show off.
Yeah, so Vlad, bring your screen up and show us.
Yeah, show us.
The first look at the battle system.
Yeah,
so far in our untitled game, you've seen some environments I've worked on. You've seen a little bit of art from Claudia. You've seen some stuff from George, right? Or have we showed off any of your character selection stuff?
I showed that off a while ago. It's changed a bit now. It's now looking a lot nicer. But yeah, I showed it off, and it was.
And now we're gonna have a first look at the battle system in our game.
Yes.
So Vlad's gonna run us through a test fight and kind of explain what's going on. So Vlad, the stage is yours.
Sure. So at the moment you can see a small test scene that we are using to test the combat and the AI and some animations. The characters are not in, nor is the background and other objects. You can see we are trying to go for a quite minimalistic UI. You have your abilities here in the bottom right corner. Those three pins in front of you will be your characters, and on the other side are the enemies.
Yeah, so it's a turn-based, is it?
Yeah. The characters you'll be able to choose, select whichever ones you want have. The moment I went for a decent selection with a tank, a damage, and a healer. And the way that the game takes the character is based on their speed. The fastest one goes first and all that. So this is our tank. We can attack, taunt, and heal. So we will attack this guy. This is a quick time event system that we've been working on. So you need to draw the shape that appears by just clicking on the screen and dragging your finger. And you have a set amount of time. So, and if you manage to do it, you'll deal more damage. This is the damage character. He can attack stuff. And then there's the healer. We can just heal. You can see we have animations for everything.
What was that heal that you just did, David?
That was the multi-heal. It heals the entire party. As you can see, the enemies decided to focus on the healer to try and take him down. So to stop that, we are going to have the tank taunt. As you can see, there's a nice little animation that tells you the tank taunting, and will disappear when he finishes. Now the healer was hurt, so
how long does the tank taunt for?
At the moment, it's 3 turns, but we can change that and adapt that based on the skills of the tank.
Okay.
Now the healer was a bit hurt, so we are going to heal himself. Now, as you can see, the enemies tried to attack the tank, but they missed.
How is it defined whether you miss or hit? Like, how does the game know?
So
what happens when you do an attack?
Basically, every character in the game has let's call it an armor class, and they have a specific number on their armor. And whenever you do an attack, there will be a dice that gets rolled, and that dice can be any number between 1 and 20, including those two. And depending on the enemy armor class, if the number that you roll is lower than their armor, you are not going to hit, you will miss.
Okay, that's where the miss animation pops up.
Yes, that's when the miss animation.
What's with the text that's on the screen? Because I'm seeing that the players are just talking all the time. What's going on there?
Oh yes, the way we are presenting how much damage a character deals is by having that character shout the phrase, and at the end of it, there'll be a number that represents the amount of damage that they just dealt. So, like, it did 26 damage, which is with the bonus added from the which is with the bonus added from the QuickTime event.
And then you also have random, like, just character shouts that happen, right?
Yes, there's a list of them, which they choose randomly.
Then we have the
those
idea
those are obviously not final. We are going to have more serious ones. Those are just for testing.
Then we have the idea of making so maybe involving the community a bit in the decision of the shouts.
We could have the community give us some ideas about them. They can be basically anything.
If there's anything they particularly want your characters in the game to start screaming in combat, do let us know.
Yeah. Any taunts that you want to have added to the game,
within reason. We're not we're not going to have them swear at the enemies.
I mean, well, I know we discussed this. I know we discussed it, but I wasn't sure if we'd be able to make it so you can customize the taunts in game, or is that not going to be a feature? I wasn't sure.
I mean, I'm sure it's possible. It's just
we can make that.
Yeah,
we can make that work, but
anyway, sorry,
whether it's worth it.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. So as you can see, I just killed the first 2 enemies, and now another wave of them spawned. This time, I believe this one is a healer, so he'll be healing them. I'm going to attack this guy to showcase him healing.
We should definitely emphasize that this is not at all what the final game is going to look like. So
we're going to have actual,
the layout the layout might be similar, but you think that these characters will be in 2D.
Yeah, they're not going to be.
And
you can see my shirt.
Oh, Cloud is here.
Ah, hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Your internet's working now. Oh, great.
Okay. We should apply the same tactics as the enemies. Just focus the healer to get rid of him, as he is really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, so of course this is just a basic idea of how it's going to run. In the final game, there'll of course be more classes, more abilities, more customization, that kind of stuff. So this is just basic. We have a tank, a DPS, and a healer.
I mean, at the moment, you don't even know what classes those guys are. The game will have 4 classes, I believe. Yes, it will
4
be
base classes for the
4
demo, I
base
believe.
classes, but each class will have multiple like specializations.
Yeah, so
they
we're
can
trying to
choose
keep
from.
things pretty straightforward. So I think what we had was we have 4 base classes in the game, 4 or 5, I can't remember, and then you can kind of specialize down a character tree for your characters from there. Keeping in mind that any character can die, so don't hold on to your characters too much.
Yes, we are doing it so the characters, when the character dies, that specific character is gone forever. The second it dies, the game will delete it.
Except for, I believe, the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the main character that at the beginning of the game you'll get the chance to customize, make him whatever class you want and change his looks and appearance and all of that.
Yeah. I would say people who are watching the stream, as you're looking at, because we had the outside perspective, so we kind of understand what's going on. But if you're looking at the screen and want clarification on some of the stuff that's happening and have any questions about the battle system, do go ahead and ask them in the YouTube chat.
I'm trying to get to
basic
the
showcase of it.
It
yes.
looks
Also,
really
the game is supposed to be a tad harder than this. At the moment, the enemies are just a bit the abilities that the enemies use are a bit underpowered considering damage, and also the healing abilities are very powerful at the moment, as all the heals do the same amount of healing.
Yeah. Also to reiterate it is a bit confusing that you're just drawing things on the screen, but yeah, there's I don't know if we have random in the final version or not, but there's random predefined QuickTime events that happen, which is kind of a way to make it a little bit more mobile friendly.
Yeah, because it's of course designed for a touchscreen, so they won't be using it.
So now this is the final set of enemies that we have for today. This is the damage, a healer, and a tank, an enemy tank too. So we can also showcase what he does.
Yeah, I booped.
Yeah.
As you can see, the enemy tank just tanked. So now we are not allowed to attack any of the other. We need to go for the tank.
Is this Claudia's first look at this, or have you seen some of this before, Claudia?
Yeah, I have seen. I'm just noticing the sub to Campfire game and stuff. Yes, that's very subtle.
Yeah, so it's if you want to think about how the battle system works, it is a simplified version of a turn-based RPG, but with kind of D&D kind of mechanics. If you've ever done Dungeons & Dragons before, where there's all of dice rolls,
basically made for mobile.
So that's where the quick time events come into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea of the characters shouting is like them telling the DM what they rolled for damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit confusing at first because you don't see the damage. You see the health bars, but you don't see like, oh, so and so took 10 damage. No, it's more, oh, I hit him. He takes 30 damage.
Yep.
So look cool this nerds. High giggles, high Bethany, high ender.
Yeah, we've got 9 people watching at the moment, which is pretty good.
Yeah, just watching Vlad play. Play.
I don't know if maybe while Claudia's internet's working, we should maybe ask her what we asked Vlad about how she got into the into Coventry Uni and kind of ended up with us in Campfire Games.
Yeah. So Claudia.
Sure. Well, I just want. Yeah, I just wanted to be creative. So while I was looking up for courses, I discovered multimedia computing, which has a little bit of everything. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I want to do animations and stuff, and yeah, just the good stuff.
How did you end up working with us?
Yeah, how did you end up joining us?
Claudia doesn't remember.
I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm losing.
Tiny discussion. What
In
voice you
your
just...
own game. Well, we had that module, real world project,
Oh,
yeah.
and that's how I met Chris. And Chris was like, "Hey, Claudia, do you wanna draw stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I wanna do fun stuff."
I want to draw. Yes, I should because I guess you guys won't know, but like so, Vlad, George, and I are all from the same course. We do games technology, whereas Claudia does multimedia. So we don't know Claudia. We didn't know Claudia as well. But yeah, Claudia and I worked on the project together, and I was like, "Hey, you draw good."
Yeah, I mean, we the real world project that we're talking about is something that, as part of our degrees, where we get to work with other similar, or not even similar sometimes, other courses to create a project. It was one of our modules, so that's of course how we got to meet Claudia, who's on a different degree.
And Claudia, generally, this is your first time on the podcast, so
yeah.
How is it working with us nerds?
You're still alive, aren't you?
What does that mean? I feel threatened.
Well, you'll never know.
I feel like because it's the first time we get Claudia on the podcast, we just get Claudia to talk about herself a bit more.
Yeah. No one really knows who you are. I think it's
the fifth episode, and the first time you showed up. What is this?
The mysterious member of Campfire Games.
We should have advertised that Claudia was joining us, so people could send in questions of her.
I did put it in the thing, I think.
If you have any questions for the mysterious fourth member of Campfire Games, do go ahead and ask in the Discord or in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, put them in chat.
Claudia will answer anything you ask.
Oh my god!
I'm not sure we can promise that. Oh, Luke just put Chris is terrible to work with.
I mean, I am. I'm telling you, how bad.
No, you're alright. You're fine.
Could be worse.
These are all hard workers, so.
Right, it looks like Vlad's almost done.
Vlad's nearly won.
Yeah, so the numbers regarding the damage and healing of abilities, we need to take a look at them.
Because is it too easy or too hard?
Too tedious at the moment.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
So now we won, and the game gives us an error.
Well done. Well, no, that was great. That was
great.
a good preview.
Yeah.
It was great. I'll stop my
Symmetry
share.
content.
Nice.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
I mean, Claudia, is there anything you particularly want to talk about, or should we just kind of move on?
I don't know.
We've got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we've got some subjects.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest thing I've got to talk about is I recently bought a new graphics card, and
No.
it's because I've got my old one here. I'll grab it. So this is about 5 years old. It's 980 Ti, so it was great back in the day, but it's getting on a bit now, and I do need a powerful computer. So
would the Campfire Games giveaway of his graphics card?
No, I'll be selling that graphics card. Campfire Games sale maybe, but anyway, no. So the new a lot of new graphics cards have come out recently. The Nvidia 3000 series and the AMD 6000 series, which came out the other day, and of course the Nvidia one's pretty much all sold out. So I wanted to get an AMD one, the new one, because they look pretty good. So I waited for them to launch on the website. They came out at 2 o'clock. So I was waiting. I had all the websites open, ready to buy one, and then all the websites just crashed, every single one. And then when they came back, like half an hour later, they'd all sold out. So I was like, okay, great. Now I've got to look for another.
How the heck did you get your hands on?
I'm getting there. This is part of the story.
Okay.
So I was like, because I just upgraded my CPU recently as well. So like, I wanted a graphics card that would actually let me, take advantage of this shiny new processor I bought. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just look on, look again for Nvidia graphics cards, see if there's any in stock, and then. I couldn't find any, but then I found the only one I could find in stock was the RTX 3090, which is a lot of money.
Overkill.
It is kind of overkill, but it's good. Well, it's useful. I think I can make use of its power. But anyway, I saw that in stock, and my logic behind it is that all the kind of the cheaper cards, they were all sold out and being resold for about the same price. Like, by scalpers as a 3090 at MSRP. So I thought, screw it, I'll just buy it. And
So how much
I
did
got
you pay?
It was
much,
a
George?
lot. Over
How much?
1,000 is the.
Over 1,000
Yeah,
for
over
graphics card.
1,000. But I got some pretty funny pictures of it.
How much money are you donating to Campfire Games?
I've donated enough, but I just got a picture on stream now of it compared to my old graphics card. So the one I just had in my hand, which isn't small, but like it is pretty massive. There's another picture of it in my PC, and like it makes it look tiny. Like my PC is pretty big, but yeah, it's massive. It's ginormous, but it's kind of crazy. I think it's one of the fastest graphics cards you can buy. So I'm very pleased with that, even if it is ridiculously massive.
Giggles. I find Josh says the man
Yeah,
would be spending
exactly.
1K on the GPU though.
I mean, it's a very good GPU. That's all I
Are
can
you
say.
flexing on everyone for George?
Oh well, I just thought I spent that much. I deserve to flex, you know.
The most expensive thing I've bought
nice.
is this chair for 150. I bought a new chair because I wanted a footrest. So now I have a footrest.
Yeah, the footrest is pretty cool. I like footrest.
Yeah.
I wish my chair had a footrest. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've spent half my life savings on. So I don't know what you want to talk about next. I mean, we could talk about community questions if you want.
I mean, we could.
Unless you got any more topics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we like have anything specific. Found this card as well. Lucky good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, there's not too much going on in the world of Campfire games lately, so we're working towards release as usual. Quickly though, I was wondering if we could get some of Claudia's pictures, drawings up, or if she's done any new stuff. I know she shared some new stuff in Discord.
Oh yeah, it's in the Discord. Yeah, I can show that.
If there's any new stuff, if Claudia allows us to share some of her art.
Well, I've got the stuff you sent.
It's not even ready, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll pull up the stuff that you
I
sent.
can show you the last.
Discord.
Yeah, I can show when it's ready. Once the game is also ready.
There we go. Right. So yeah, I've got one of the characters up that you've done, and then there's also this staff as well. So there's a mage and then a mage staff, which looks pretty cool. I know we showed off one of the other drawings. I think it was like the last podcast, the one before, and that was really cool. So yeah, more of Claudia's artwork, looking very nice.
Can you talk to us a bit about the art style you're going for, Claudia? With the game. The character art.
Yeah, I want it to be like cute and simple. But yeah, I'm particularly proud of the stuff.
Yeah,
the stuff
is
is so high textured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
I'm
good.
like, and it was the easiest part to make. Ironically.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
Cool. All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's great. So, do you want to talk about or do you want to do the community questions then?
Yeah, sure. Unless any of you have anything you want to talk about, we can.
I can't think.
Hop through some questions.
Yeah, we were already at half an hour, so we don't want to go on too long.
Yeah. I would say though, people who are still in the chat, while we're going for community questions. Oh, do we get the George's Fancy community questions scene back up again?
If I can make it work, I'm setting it up now. Give it a minute.
So yeah, while we go for the community questions, if you have any to recap how the questions work, every week we do a segment where we talk about anything that you guys want, any questions you have about us, or our games, or anything like that. So do feel free to post anything more, or post anything in YouTube chat, and we will try our best to our abilities to answer them.
Yeah. Alright, the scene's not quite perfect, but it's mostly working.
I'm going to just awkwardly dance while waiting for time. The 3090 and 3080s are huge. My boyfriend's take up most of his computer case. So
yeah, they are massive, honestly. It's kind of crazy.
Which card did he get, Bethany?
He's got both. He's flexing.
He's got both. Yeah. Can you SLI between two different cards?
You can with AMD graphics cards, but Nvidia don't allow that. And SLI is kind of dead, to be honest. As cool as it is, it's not actually very useful.
But I want the SLI 3090s.
You can do 3090s. You can't even SLI 3090s. It's only 3090s.
Okay, so let's go through some questions.
Yeah. Mostly made us work.
I'll let Vlad read some of the questions out.
Oh, sure.
I think we go as far as...
With your new first game, will you be potentially doing further updates for it after it's released?
I think we'll definitely doing updates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did say we wanted to be a bit self-contained, but like, yeah, it depends really on if it's worth continuing it. So
If
that
there is
depends on
an
reception.
interest in it, we can do some big
Yeah.
updates to it.
Yeah.
But
And
we said for now we're releasing a demo in December, and then a much more complete version further down the line, whenever that is. Which I'm not going to say a date because that's scary.
All right, next question then. Who wants to read
Go on,
out?
Claudia, you read it.
Is Claudia still there?
Hello?
Hello.
Claudia.
Yeah, I'm here.
Read the next question.
Sorry, you can see.
I put it in staff chat.
Oh, the character. Well, maybe. Well, next week I'm going to have more characters. So, thank you, and yeah, I really appreciate that you liked it.
Yeah, so we had Agent Millie ask, can we see any of the characters Claudia's working on? And amazing artwork, love it. So yeah, Claudia's going to show some more stuff whenever it gets done, and thanks a lot. It means a lot. Sure. So if you guys do plan on making a second game after this one, would you ever consider the possibility of shared universes? Kind of like the modern day Assassin's Creed world and the Watch Dogs world. Maybe?
Yeah, I think we've really considered it, have we? I
mean,
think it could be cool, maybe, but I don't know if we're gonna make. I don't know if we will. Yeah.
It all depends on how this first game in the world does, and if we feel like after seeing the reception and stuff, if we feel like it's still worth resurfing some stories to tell in the world, or either, as discussed previously, do some updates on it to tell more stories, or we will consider doing something in the shared universe. So
yeah, it's definitely something we consider.
It all kind of depends if basically if it's worth it more than anything. Yeah, and I mean, if that's something you guys want, then sure.
Yeah, please let us know. Yeah.
It's I guess that's an important thing that we do. We strive to be at Campfire Games is community driven. So if there's anything that you guys particularly want, it's less along lines of do we want to do this and more can we do this, and if we can and you guys want it, then sure, basically.
Yeah.
I think is what we're looking for.
Is this still about the shared universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we do another game, we can check in a couple of references here and there.
And then we can get Matt from Game Theory to think that it's all connected to it.
Yeah.
We need to create a shared universe. We need to just put a few Easter eggs in, and you guys will invent the shared universe.
All right. So
okay.
our next question is the I was right. Is there any the possibility of extra downloadable content for the game that you have in mind, like maybe a different character or perhaps a new location? Like, I think for the character, like they're all going to be randomly generated. So I don't know if.
I mean, if you're meaning more NPC and like stories, then.
Yeah, for like story stuff. Yeah, I think it's like the similar question to one we answered earlier about the updates.
Yeah.
Like if people want it, we consider it, but I'm not sure if it's something we've really planned for to add lots of content to it. But yeah, I think it all depends on the reception of the game, really.
Yeah, and if there's something you guys want, really, yeah. So, we have way more in mind than what we're releasing for the demo. That's the one thing I would say is that our game design document is way bigger than what we're releasing in December. Whatever we decide to put in from that /cut, we'll see. But there's definitely we have plans for stuff that we can add to it. It's just whether, like, we're taking it as it goes. I think we're doing a bit of a step-by-step approach where first things first, we're trying to get this demo out, and then we're seeing from there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you get overwhelmed by thinking about too many things at once.
Yeah. All right. So the question after that is: would you ever consider making a game for the PS5 or Xbox Series X?
PC Master Race, boy.
I think for us, because we use Unity, like if we were making a game that would translate well to those consoles, and it was feasible for us to actually publish on those platforms, and I mean it probably wouldn't be a massive amount of work, but I don't think it's our primary platform.
I think the issue also with PS5, Xbox Series X, and any console really is that you can't be a nobody and release on it really. Like, it's way more of a faff to get the rights to release a game on PS5 than it is to release on Steam.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If we made something, really popular, maybe that would work well on console, then
if we suddenly make the next Undertale, then sure, we'll do it. We'll do it on any platform you want.
Yeah, but no, I don't think it's
even Samsung smart fridges.
Yeah,
even Soldier Boy's game console.
I forgot that was a thing.
I love a PS5, Xbox Series X. I'm glad you're gonna have both in your house now, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Vlad's getting a PS5 delivered for a friend of his. Okay. Sinandler's saying good call now that I finally managed to acquire one. Yeah. Has the game changed much from your initial planned vision? Yes. I feel like our vision changes a lot.
Yeah. I think when you're making it, you kind of realise some things that you originally planned, don't really make a lot of sense. When we add things and change things. I think it's important to not change things too much. But
it's important to be kind of flexible.
Yeah, to make things good. Like if something's bad, you should change it.
Yeah, so Vlad, because you do a lot of the game design stuff, what would you say are some of the biggest changes we've made since the first time we came up with the game? What are some massive changes we made at all?
Since the first moment we came up with the game.
So how is the idea of the game evolved over time?
You can say that some things have changed, but if you look at everything at once, it's kind of the same as it was at the beginning. Just some aspects of it may have changed. Just some let's have a bit more stuff about the story and stuff like that, but nothing major.
I think the quick time event system was a new addition.
Yeah, we could say that, but at the beginning of the game, we never had very defined combat system. We were mostly referring to other games. So yeah.
Yeah, and then you realize that down then many amazing RPGs for mobile that we can really inspire of. So yeah, I'd say yes. Our vision and kind of goals and stuff have definitely changed over time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how any kind of project works. As long as the main core concepts are the same, then you can be a bit more lenient. And that's still thanks to this demo that we're going to be releasing. We're probably still going to be changing way more after that as well, just for the sake of. You'll probably tell us, "Hey, this is bad." Okay, we'll change it.
All right.
Okay, we only got a few more questions.
Yeah. Do you want me to read the next one, or are you reading it?
Go for it, George. Go for it.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on VR? Is it the future or just a passing fad? What about Facebook and what have they done with Oculus?
It's a very random question.
It's not very random at all, really. The new Oculus Quest has just come out, and Facebook.
And I want one.
And Facebook had just made it so you have to log into your account to use it, even though they probably said they'd never do that.
I want an Oculus Quest 2, George.
I don't know. They are cool. I think having wireless VR is cool, but you don't get anywhere near the graphical fidelity of just plugging it into a PC. It's just running on a ARM processor.
I mean, to ask about it as a passing fad, I definitely say VR is not a passing fad. Like if you see it compared to when it first came out with the DK1 or whatever, the Oculus.
Yeah.
It's come a very long way, and I do think I'd say it's the future, as in it's going to grow still, but I don't think it's going to replace gaming as we know it.
No, I think
it's going to be its own thing.
Especially now, there's too many compromises, and too many people can't use it. When I use it, I get really bad motion sickness, and whereas I'd rather a much more comfortable gaming experience for me is just playing, traditionally with a screen and a keyboard and mouse. It's cool, but
I prefer playing the Game Boy.
Yeah, yeah, even that. But, for me personally, I'm just not used to it. But I think it's definitely something that will continue to exist because a lot of people do like it, and I think wireless VR is the future because it's less of a faff. You just put it on your head and you just play. So much easier.
I think at the moment VR is a bit, kind of meh, very limited and all of that.
I mean,
it would probably be the future of gaming, but that would happen in a decent amount of years from now on when we get to Sword Art Online level VR and all of that stuff.
I mean, I guess also the weird issue with VR is that it never feels like the right time to buy a headset because every year they would double the power of the headset, whatever, and change everything. It's you buy a headset and then 6 months later they're going to release a new one and it's going to redefine VR. So, next question I think we've already answered. How did you obtain one?
Yeah.
How much will your electric bill go
Yeah,
up?
that I can't answer. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Although, yeah.
How about competition?
Then-
Name a character in game after a member of your community.
This is
Yeah.
a very interesting question, especially after we had the. Yeah, we actually had talked about this. And we were thinking to add a little feature in the game. Probably won't make it for the December demo release, and may make it a bit later after the entire game's releases. But we were talking about having some type of legendary, maybe hero characters that will show up in your tavern very rarely. They'll be very rare. And they will be not randomly generated. They will be like pre-made heroes type of things. Maybe have some special abilities and all of that. And we were thinking about having a competition or two with members of our community, and with whoever won it would get to customize and name that entire characters of a race, class, and however the character would look like.
No, so
and we actually talked about this like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
it was like a very recent idea.
So we definitely want to involve you guys a bit more. So we have like we can put your names in the game or whatever if you want. But like, so we'll definitely we want you guys to be able to design some of our characters. So close to the time whenever that comes around after the demo release, we'll probably in the new year at some point we'll probably be like, hey, here's a competition. You have a week come up with the coolest character idea, and then if it's good, we'll use it, and not pay you. Yeah, cool. So I think that's an awesome idea. Yeah, for sure.
Well,
okay.
I think that's all we have planned for tonight. We've already been going 45 minutes, so.
It's been a bit more of a chill podcast.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's been good. I think showing off the gameplay was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed seeing all that stuff, and tune in Wednesday for our gaming live stream at 8 PM or next Friday.
Vote on the Discord. For
yes, vote on the Discord for what game we're playing, and then we'll tune in next Friday to see our episode 6 of this podcast. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. And we'll
also, don't forget to don't miss our Wednesday stream.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, we just said.
Yeah.
So double plug.
Vlad,
I think I hear you guys with lag.
That's all right.
Vlad, do an epic outro for us. Say goodbye for us all.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Another. Thanks for joining